Hey guys, so Lloyd here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the executive replicas of Coffin Comics' Lady Death by Loose Collector. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we're taking a look at the Coffin Comics Lady Death action figure brought to you by the fine folks over at Executive Replicas, but they actually had a little bit of help with this one. Yes, they had a little bit of help from Loose Collector, and he is a very well-known customizer in the action figure community, so props out to him for sculpting and painting this figure. Not sure if he had a hand in the packaging design, but why don't we actually just take a quick look at that. She came in this very fancy standard kind of box. I would say it's a bit above a Marvel Legends package. Nothing too crazy, but this is Lady Death on the top there in the fancy kind of Dio font. On the back, get some pictures of Lady Death. Potential read up there. If you can, pause and read that now. There you go. Some Lady Death stuff on the side. And then some mumbo jumbo on the bottom. But that is the packaging. So looking at our Lady Death figure, she is gorgeous. Super gorgeous. And when I say slightly better than Marvel Legends for the packaging, it pretty much goes for this figure. And that's not a knock against the figure at all. I mean, this is what Marvel Legends should really strive to be doing, in my personal opinion, because this thing does everything they do wrong right, even down to the heels being able to stand. Well, she doesn't want to now, but she just was, but gotta kind of lean her forward a bit. She can stand with heels. It can be done, people. So, looking at that head sculpt, yep, that's Lady Death to the T. Really awesome. Very nice paint shading throughout the hair. Might have preferred the hair to be a little bit brighter, but I think it's okay. It's pretty damn close to the source material. She does have a ball, kind of a double ball situation going on in the neck here, but it is very hindered because of the head, or the hair I should say, and the cape kind of bumping up against each other. But you can pose the head pretty well. I will say the head also comes off, so you can remove this cape, but it's a bitch to get that sucker plugged back in there, so I'm not gonna do that. But you could, for all intents and purposes, snap her neck and kill her. Oh wait, can't do that. She's already dead. Shoulders do move forward and back, as well as out. Pretty far, actually. They are nice and tight. She does have a single joint at the elbow, which gives you more than 90, which is nice. She does have a bicep cut. Now, I will say, the bicep cuts and the thigh cuts on this figure, I don't really care for. They put them here instead of like up here or down at the elbow. Since the elbow is a single joint, I thought it was supposed to be a double. I guess it's just a single. I would have preferred if they just had a pin going up into the bicep. It would have made it a little bit cleaner of a look. You wouldn't have this kind of weird sliced meat look that the bicep has going on. But a very minor gripe. It's done in the thickest part of the bicep, the most circular part of the bicep. And really, it's only a problem with this side. It's a little bit misaligned, so yours may look a little different. But she also has hinge and swivel at the wrist. Not exactly the correct hinge, but it's good enough. She does have a diaphragm joint which is a little hindered, but gets the job done, I think. Her hips kick forward, a right angle to the body, and they do stay, for the most part, pretty straight. And yeah, that's pretty good for a female figure. Sometimes they kick out to the side. Really nice and tight there, too. They do kick out to the side. Way better than the Marvel Legends. Almost a 90-degree angle with that, too. She does have a thigh cut. And again, it's a little bit off, but this is a little bit better than the bicep, so it's not too bad. She does have a double joint at the knee, which you can bend all the way. She could probably kick herself in her own fat tush, but you could see the range in that. Really, really solid. And I will say, this figure had a little bit of weeble wobble in it. It still does, but it's not too bad now. Kind of stiffened up. And then she also has a hinge in the foot with a rocker. But, of course, because it's a heel, you're not going to get much rock out of it. But it does work a little bit better than most heeled characters with rocker joints. So, I got to give them credit for that. She does have peg holes on the bottom of her feet. And originally, I thought this thing was supposed to come with a stand. But it does not. I will say that would have helped a lot. But whatever. Lifting up her cape, you can see her perfect ass. I mean, somebody was going to ask in the comments, so I figured I might as well just bang that out. Hopefully this video doesn't get flagged. I am pretty much reviewing a half-naked chick here. She's got the best cleavage on an action figure I've seen in years. And then, yeah, she's got little skulls here. I think she's even got one on her cape. I'm sure there's a couple more on her costume, but yeah, really solid. Really solid. I love this figure. Not because it's a half-naked chick either. I love Lady Death, the character. And that's mostly because of the animated movie. Can't say I've read a ton of the comics. I don't even think I have any of the Lady Death comics, the old ones. I have a lot of the old figures, but not the comics. I might actually have a Purgatory comic or two, but yeah, my first exposure to this character was the late 90s animated movie, which I still think is really awesome and solid. I love that movie. And it's actually the very movie that got me to delve into the madness known as gargoyles. So, yeah, I guess some of the same animators worked on gargoyles, as well as Batman the Animated Series, actually, that worked on Lady Death here. So that, in and of itself, is pretty awesome. And the way you actually got this figure, I didn't go into that too much, but the way I did anyways, I pre-ordered it from the Coffin Comics website. I had to pay $15 down, and I got charged the rest right before they shipped it out. So I've had her for about a week now, and I'll get into why I've been kind of absent for a little bit at the end of the video. But as far as her accessories go, because she does not come with a ton, she does come with a few things though. Like an extra set of hands here. She was actually packaged with these, but they're just relaxed hands. Nothing crazy. They have the same hinge on them. She comes with, of course, her trusty sword, which looks great. I love the look of the sword. Definitely displaying her with this. And then the last accessory, which I'm still debating if I give this to her or my DC Superheroes, DC Classics, whatever it's called, Scarecrow figure. She comes with this gnarly scythe, which is a little bit more realistic looking than, say, the scythe that came with Death Metal Batman, but that was Death Metal Batman. Really awesome scythe, man. This looks killer. It's got a little handle here. So this may be going to my DC Superheroes Scarecrow, Be nice if I could get his hand all the way up here, but I might be able to pop this bottom in and have him holding it with two hands. That would look pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, but with that being said, I think it is time now for us to take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons after equipping old Lady Death with her trusty sword. Here she is next to a couple other female figures. We have the Marvel Legends Angela from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Titus Wave, I believe. And you can see these two are in perfect scale with each other. They're about the same height, and that's fine by me. Then she's a little bit short to be scaling with the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. Representing that, we have the Drowned here from the Dark Knight's Metal story arc. So yeah, a little bit too small for 7-inch, but fits right in with your Marvel Legends size figures. Up next, here she is next to a couple of Mythic Legions figures, in case you wanted to kind of fudge her into that line. I think she scales quite nicely here. But we have Zarya from the Advent of Decay, pretty popular figure now actually. And Zaza from the infamous All-Stars 3.0, I believe. Yeah, 4.0 is the one that just kind of ended as far as pre-order goes. But yeah, if you wanted to put her in with your Mythic Legions, you could easily do so here. And last but certainly not least, got our two regulars, the Mythic Legions Brother Mandibulus, also from the Advent of Decay, funny enough, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. And even though he is a 7-inch scale figure, well, who am I kidding? He is a little bit tall for old Lady Death here, so much for that bad romance, right? What can I say? But with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while this may not be the most complicated action figure to come out this year, and again, I say this a lot, it seems like every other video lately, but I actually mean it this time. This is definitely going to be in the top 10 action figures of 2021 when that video comes around, because this was originally supposed to come out last year. Obviously, because of the madness, it got delayed like many things. We'll get more into that over the course of the next few days because, well, let's just say something big came in the mail, and yeah, it pretty much got delayed for the same reasons. But this would have been on the top 10, probably top 5, top 4. Either way, it would have been up there on my top 10 action figures of 2020 list had it come out that year instead of this one. But don't fret, it will definitely get its due, because this is, for all intents and purposes, the best Lady Death action figure at the 1/12/6-inch scale. Yes, I know about the Art Asylum one because I broke it trying to get it out for 31 Days of Halloween a couple of years ago. So, yeah, probably not going to do 31 Days of Halloween ever again because of that. But that's probably just me being stupid. Or, you know, maybe it was just crap. Who knows? But this one, definitely don't feel like I'm going to have any of those problems with. This is a little bit different of a look for Lady Death compared to that other version. But with that being said, this is the more traditional, I guess if you want to call it this, classic look for Lady Death. The most iconic look for the character, and the one I remember the most from the animated movie. It would be cool to see a couple other versions of Lady Death in this line, but for right now, the plans with this line, at least the Coffin Comics part of it, is to do I believe her name is Hell Witch, La Muerta, and I think there is one more, but I cannot remember the name to save the life of me. But outside of the Coffin Comics universe, they are doing Tarna and her trusty steed, which is kind of like a chicken griffin wyvern thing from Heavy Metal. And they're also going to be doing Purgatory, Red Sonja, and some other characters from all kinds of other independent comic book companies, which is pretty sweet to see that. I will say, though, These do clock in at a semi-premium price point at about $50, but the Tarna figure that comes in a 2-pack with her steed was only $100 for the pre-order. I don't know if that was shipping including or not, but it seems like the price point came down ever so slightly with that, probably because it's a 2-pack, save you a little bit of money anyways. I want to look at that in the worst way. I have no idea if Mr. Bryan pre-ordered it for me or not, because he's in control of all that. It's probably a good thing, because I would have pre-ordered it a long time ago. But with that being said, if you are at all a fan of Lady Death, or just really kick-ass female action figures, I would definitely say pick this up if you can. She's already sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if the Coffin Comics shop has any of these available for sale. Again, I did a pre-order on mine with a $15 down payment, and then I got charged the rest recently because they shipped it. So, you know, keep an eye out. I would say definitely pick this up if you are so inclined. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. We're going to be doing 2 videos a day over the course of the next 3 days, because that's right, bitches! Mythic Legion's Arethyr showed up, and of course something broke on one of mine. So, with that being said, we're definitely going to be diving into that. I don't have the whole wave. Obviously, that's why there's 2 videos a day for 3 days and not, what, 4 or 5? So we're going to be diving into what I bought from that wave, what I could buy from that wave at the time. I'm definitely going to pick up the others during an in-stock sale, but we're not talking about all that. But as always, you can hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions for live unboxing videos. I haven't done any recently, and I'll get into that a little bit more in a second, but in case you miss them, I do upload them to IGTV in their full glory. Train wreck glory, that is, after I do the live stream, so you can go check those out. They should be on my timeline feed. What is it called down there? I don't know. Who cares? But yeah, I haven't done an unboxing on there in a while, and I've been off of the YouTubes for a little bit, just about a week now, because unfortunately it's been about a year since I lost a good friend of mine to the madness. I've said this in a couple of videos before. Kind of weird to be talking about in a Lady Death video, but it's the first one I'm doing, so sue me. But unfortunately, the 1-year anniversary of that led to something else. My current girlfriend unfortunately caught the madness, and I haven't actually heard from her since last Saturday as of the time I'm recording this. And pretty much just prep for the worst at this point. I'm not sure if she made it or not. She's kind of MIA right now. So hopefully she's okay, or at the very least in a better place now. So if you've been wondering why I've been gone for a majority of the week, that is why. But luckily I actually had someone really, really sweet and really cool to help me through it this time, so I was able to come back a little bit earlier than about a year ago when the same shit happened. So, you know, just be careful out there, man. You never know what the hell's gonna happen, especially if you're around my age, because these people weren't old. I can tell you that right now. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But with all that being said, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you missed me or not. I gotta keep my humor somehow, right? But let me know if you picked this figure up, if you intend to or not after watching this video. I know there's not a lot of videos on this. I know the Fwoosh did a couple. He got the test shot, and I think he got an early sample of this. So let me know if you are interested in picking one up. Good luck with that if you are, because I don't know where you can buy it right now. But as always, keep the comments civil, because y'all know this for damn sure by now. The world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I will catch you guys later.